collateral damage. In love, I've always been a mercenary, but I never leave my post when the cash runs out. I wanna make you quiver, make your backbone shiver. Hey kid, take the stage and deliver. Hey mister, the bellman says I can only recall last night's hotel I said. So he replies, and how do you manage? I dodge a blast and apologize for collateral damage.
How does it feel to stand on the very stones that ran with your parents' blood? Do you feel sad, full of rage? Or does that outfit help bury your feelings, hiding your true self? You are a truly extraordinary specimen. I look forward to breaking you.
I dodge a blast and apologize for collateral damage. Hey mister, the bellman says I can only recall last night's hotel I said. So he replies.
That's better. Sorry about that, guys. I was just drinking, but it's just kind of, you know what I mean. Anyways, what's going on, guys? This is Ty Fly. Today I am reacting of We Weakness Murdered by IBP. That stands for Island Boys Production. Now, the reason why they called that Ireland Boys Production, they call that, they used it, they kind of like someone they saw like murdered some people, or they call it, someone like, is maybe like an imposter game, like Among Us or something, but I don't know what that is. But I'm about to find out. But in this video, if you haven't watched those Ireland Boys Production, check out those videos and subscribe to them. And comment down below that what do you guys think of their videos. But I gotta say, they did a really good job of their videos, and you know what I mean. They did a good job. So today I'm reacting this, and also don't forget, guys, I'm also gonna do more. Also, don't forget, I just react of the new Superman movie. Just don't forget on this coming this week. So comment down below. It's gonna release it this week. So just want to give you guys a heads up. So without further ado, let's get this started. In 3, 2, 1, clickety clack, and I'm back right now.
Out of nowhere, we start hearing police sirens.
Get the f out of here. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here.
I've never heard anything like it to this day.
There's a helicopter and it has searchlights.
Island Boys Production.
We never thought we would be making a video like this, and at the time, we had no idea what we had even witnessed. This is the story of the time that we witnessed an actual murder. This story began in September of 2017, nearly 6 years ago, when me and Ricky met Sam and Kobe for the very first time at Playlist Live in Washington, D.C. We were known for our crazy overnight challenges, and they were known for their adventurous exploration and haunted videos. So we came together and decided to film something insane. And insane it was. They came up to us one night at Playlist Live and said, why don't we film at the Forest Haven Insane Asylum, located right outside Washington, D.C.
I honestly don't know how we got people to explore like something like this.
We just met the Ireland Boys Productions last night.
We saw that they like explore videos just like us, and we're like, dude, we don't want to do this alone. Can you please come with us?
From the beginning, this place was sketchy. We weren't even into the insane asylum, and we were already seeing signs saying no trespassing.
And that says no trespassing. Government property trespassers will be prosecuted. So I think we're in the right place.
This is probably really bad.
But we're stinking savage, boy! And the backstory to this place was even crazier.
The story behind the insane asylum is that it was open and they kept putting people in the asylum, but they ran out of money and they couldn't take care of them, so they slowly started dying, and over 100 people have died here.
After completely disregarding all the signs that were telling us not to enter and to go back home, even with knowing the whole backstory of this place, we decided to all go through anyway. And let me tell you, this was no easy task getting to the insane asylum, especially without getting caught. First, we had to go through a forest.
Once we get beyond these trees, there's open land, so we have to run quick.
Once we made it through the forest, we had to go through a side building. It wasn't even the main insane asylum. Once we were there, we had to scale a couple of walls and go through a couple different corridors. Then we made it to a main road. It wasn't where a lot of cars were going by. There was no cars, but before we entered, we read online that security actively patrolled this place, and we could see them on either end of this road. So we had to sprint past this road, hoping that no security saw us, finally making it to the main insane asylum.
We freaking made it. That's it, bro. The door is wide open.
Oh, now we're into part 2.
At this point, our spirits were still high, and we were just trying to have a good time while filming the video and exploring the building.
We're gonna try to get in somewhere. We're gonna walk around the building. We still have no idea how to get in, but I'm sure we'll find a way because savage.
We explored for hours and hours until the sun went down, and we saw some pretty crazy stuff, like this doll with this bloody eye and a bunch of leftover supplies from when this place used to be a functioning insane asylum.
Look how guarded these were. Prisoners here, they weren't able to even, that's how crazy they were.
Did you notice what you said there? Prisoners. Why is it with mental disabilities they literally treated them like prisoners?
The weirdest part is that they put blind and deaf people around here.
And dyslexic people, like literally just minor mental. Like, can you imagine being locked in one of these doors and just literally rot to death? What happened?
I heard that too. You heard that?
It's like a little girl giggle, right?
I'm not even kidding, bro. Like, I'm being serious.
Oh, part 3, The Escape.
This is where things took a turn for the worst. As we were exploring the insane asylum, out of nowhere, we start hearing police sirens.
Police, 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 police.
Wait.
Oh, we were exploring. Wait.
Should we get the f*** out of here?
Wait, just slow.
Let's get out of here. Police sirens.
And they start getting closer and closer and louder, and immediately we all turn to one another and start saying, yo boys, this might be it. We might be getting caught. We gotta figure a way to get out of here without getting caught. So we slowly make our way downstairs and try to escape the asylum, but we ended up going too far down and going to the basement. So we had to come back upstairs, wasting valuable time. And when we finally did find the exit, as we were exiting the insane asylum, we saw 3 people walking towards us.
That's not cool. That's not cool. Get down. There are people right in front of us that are not cool. Yeah, you can't see them on camera, but they're literally walking right there.
So we all tucked away underneath the grass and hid. 2 girls and 1 boy.
There's 3 people that went in to the insane asylum right when we were coming out, so we had to duck in a bush. Me, Sam, and Nick were on one side, and Colby went ahead.
Were they security? Were they just people?
It was just 2 girls and 1 guy. It was just people.
Okay.
We were pretty sure they weren't security, but we did not want to take the chance and find out. So we tried to make our way as fast as we could back to the main road to escape. As we were making our way through the forest to the road, we heard a search helicopter right overhead with the spotlight on. And keep in mind, we were in the middle of nowhere, so they were definitely searching for something.
Helicopter light! Helicopter light! Helicopter light! Put your lights up!
There's a helicopter and it has searchlights.
So we kept on running. We were running and running through the dark forest, not really knowing exactly where we were going. And even at one point, we all almost set off a tripwire that we all barely jumped over.
Go, 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 go. Tripwire. Oh, tripwire.
We all barely jump over it. We still don't know to this day what would have happened if we would have tripped that wire off.
And now this is where the story gets dark and the dots start to connect. As we're running through the forest, we hear a shriek, a bone-chilling scream come from the direction of the insane asylum. It sounded like whoever was screaming was calling for help, crying for help.
Guys, what the do you hear that? Get out of here. Go. Guys, run.
I've never heard anything like it to this day.
We were all absolutely terrified. We were running from what we thought were the cops. Then we had a search helicopter over us, and then we hear this bone-chilling screams. We had no idea what was actually going on at the time, but we all decided collectively that the best thing to do would be to get out of there safely and then call the cops. Because we did want to help, but we didn't really know what to do at the time. We were all just a bunch of kids that only had cameras, and we had no idea what was going to happen. So we made it out of the forest and ended up calling the cops and notifying them what happened.
After we notified the police on what we just witnessed, we didn't think anything of it for years. Until recently, when news came out and the dots started to be connected, that very night, a woman by the name of Laura Wallen was murdered at that exact location we were at in September of 2017.
Part 4, the murder.
Details of an ever-changing story are emerging in the murder of Columbia High School teacher Laura Wallen.
Laura Wallen.
In September of 2017, Laura Wallen had reportedly gone missing. Her boyfriend at the time, Tyler Tessier, was living a double life, as not only was he dating Laura, but he also had a fiance on the side. Tyler got Laura pregnant, and in fear of Laura exposing her pregnancy, Tyler decided to do something about it.
On the night of her murder, Laura texted one of her friends for the very last time. In the text message, she said, "Tyler is taking me to this open field in the middle of nowhere," and she wasn't sure exactly why they were there. A few days after sending that text message, Laura's body was found.
This field in Montgomery County, where Laura Wallen, 4 months pregnant with Tessier's baby, was found in a shallow grave shot execution style in the head.
Years later, investigators put the pieces and the timeline together and concluded that me, Nick, Sam, Colby, Laura, and Tyler were all there at the same place at the same time on that tragic night.
Me and Ricky and Sam and Kobe can probably all agree we are forever grateful and lucky for making it out of that night safely. As for Laura and her family, we cannot imagine what it must be like to go through something like that.
Our heart goes out to you guys, and for anyone that is thinking about exploring somewhere, investigating something, going to somewhere abandoned, just be safe and be careful, because you don't know who's gonna be there, what's gonna be out there. So always take your time. Don't just go into things recklessly and without care, because things like this happen. Looking back, it's even scarier than it was in that moment for us, because we didn't realize how close our encounter with them almost was. And I wish we could have done something, but sometimes you just don't even know what's going on, or you're too young, or you're not sure. I would just urge you guys to be safe when you're doing something adventurous or exploring. Be safe. We love you guys. We'll see you next time.
Wow. I mean, I agree with them, but that was an interesting video, guys. That video did a really great job, but I gotta say, but the way I saw the video is like they were right. You know, just like stay hidden. like, just don't, like, do whatever they're doing. And, like, they're right. Because, every time I saw that video, that that was interesting. And I get it. That video was that video was interesting. I gotta say that video was really good. That was interesting. That was interesting. But guys, don't do this at home. But don't do that in real life. But kind of. But don't do that, because if you did, well, that could happen. Like, like, don't do it like tonight or anything else. You know what I mean. I don't do that a lot. But you know what I mean. But I kind of interesting of that, because that kind of interested me. That kind of interested, and the screaming. I don't know where that voice coming from. That, and the news. That news. That was like everywhere. I'm like, oh my gosh, that was very, very impossible. This is like like I don't know, like investigation or something else. But I gotta say, that one was really, really good. I gotta say, that was interesting. Well, well, I gotta say, you guys, but that video, that video was really good. But I like when they said, like, stay careful. It's like when you lost. This is like from the movies and, like the series and other stuff. But I gotta say, they're right. But you know what? That kinds of interesting. So that was it. That was interesting. And others, and the other kind of, you know what I mean. So, anyways, guys, that's where my react of We Witness Murdered by Ireland Boys Productions. And if you want to check their videos, check on their channels, and also if you want to subscribe, check on their channels, like I said, and hit the bell notification and click the comments below. And check out the video I was watching, because it's kind of interesting. And like they always saw a murder or something, but I don't know. But just watch it. And also, guys, like I said, my new Superman trailer is about to coming on this week. So I want to give you guys a heads up, like I told you from the beginning. So check it. So it's coming on this week. So check it out. And it's gonna release on this week. My React trailer. So that's all for now. This is Tyfly here, and take care, guys, and hope you had a good night, and peace out.